To the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Denver Broncos. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Throwing on first down is Keenum. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. First carry for Royce Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Keenum. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now movement already, so a flag down here on our very first play. And that'll set them back 5. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Not and that's Jaleel Scott. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A very solid gain of 27. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And off the deflection, it's caught. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So an unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
All right, here we go.
Jackson will throw again. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Again, Jackson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. The Ravens send their punter out now. Carlos Henderson is deep for Denver. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So the Broncos coming out now. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Let's go. Here we go, boys. Pull down. Get high.
Freeman again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Third and 2, Keenum. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Detroit!
On second down, Jackson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On third down, Jackson trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
After the interception, here's Keenan. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demaryius Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And he puts it through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Trying to lay one up deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson now. And he's got his target. That's more. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Play action. It's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's got the completion to Strong. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Bo Scarborough with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Let's go, let's go.
3rd and long. It's Keenum. Over the middle, he finds Henderson complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Shoves him away. Throw left side complete to Scott. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Check three, check three, check three. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Jackson on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. This is Scarborough, and he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No. Check. Patriot. That boy's got four down. Hurry up, cut.
Now Jackson to throw on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
You got him.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Tight end right. Detroit.
Here's Jackson looking to throw on second down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Shane Ray leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays.
Let's go, D. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Jackson. And able to find John Brown. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. Throwing on 3rd and long, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
Let's go. Down.
Now the pitch to Freeman. Flexing his muscle at the 30. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Keenum now on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Detroit!
After the interception, here's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. They go play action here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They go play action with Jackson. Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Sua Cravens with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. He's going to take another shot here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that is incomplete. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Over!
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Over!
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Watching that body.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Gets it to Strong. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Set. 3-19.
Jackson will throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jaleel Scott with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens are in for 6. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play and give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he stopped immediately there. The former Charger All-Pro, Eric Weddle, on the stop. And he had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
This is Booker on the dump off. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Keenum again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Keenum now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Keenum. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Carl Davis in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Keenum to throw on 2nd down. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They run. This is Scarborough. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On 2nd down, Jackson being chased out left. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Now Jackson on 1st down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 23 yards on the play. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now Scarborough. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They try again with Scarborough, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers of reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Watch it now, Barney! Over!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Bo Scarborough, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
Looking long for Thomas, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Marquette King now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12. Yeah, that's a pretty good one for the old average. 68 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here come the Ravens. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Set! 319! 319!
On second down, here's Jackson. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. On third down, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Scott. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Boom, here to run. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. The play fake. Here's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The Ravens on third down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The number 2 pick back in 2011, Von Miller still doing his thing.
Boy, is he ever. If I were an offensive tackle, I don't know what I would do. I would tell the tight end he's got to stay in on all passing situations and help me out because he's got every move imaginable. One of the quickest guys off the ball in the league, and he's going to get to the quarterback.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Peko in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
To throw is Jackson. To throw from his end zone. He's got the hook up to John Brown to the right side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey. 4 down. Over.
They run with Collins. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Tackle is made by Clinton McDonald.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Leopard! Detroit!
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. Well, he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Ravens, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Denver, they too will exit with a 2-1 record.